Have you ever wondered how long-term spousal support is determined in the Golden State of California? Well, you're in the right place. We're going to delve into that today, shedding light on this complex yet essential aspect of divorce proceedings. In the aftermath of a divorce, a spouse may be entitled to receive or obligated to pay what's known as permanent or long-term support. This is typically a monthly payment that can stretch for several years. But how is this decided? Long-term support is more common in cases where the marriage was long and one person earns significantly more than the other. The length of support is determined by the reasonable amount of time it would take for the supported spouse to become self-supporting. For marriages less than 10 years, the support is assumed to last half the length of the marriage, while for marriages over 10 years, there is no assumption about what is reasonable. In long-term marriages, support may last as long as one spouse needs it, and the other can pay. The court uses a set of factors to determine the length and amount of support. These factors include the length of the marriage, age and health of the parties, incomes, earning capacity, standard of living, property and debt, education and career support, need and ability to pay, impact of tax laws, and history of abuse. If children are involved, the impact of caring for them on careers and the potential impact of working on the children are also taken into account. Now let's pivot to recent news stories that have made headlines about long-term spousal support in California. In March of 2023, Forbes reported on the case of Cindy Lincoln, the third wife of young Earth creationist preacher Kent Hovind. Lincoln is suing Hovind over financial commitments made to her in exchange for support of Hovind's Dinosaur Adventureland. This case underscores the importance of clearly defining and honoring financial agreements in a divorce. Furthermore, California has recently passed a bill that would treat the rape of a spouse the same as the rape of a non-spouse, removing an exemption to the rape law if the victim is married to the perpetrator. This is a significant step towards equality in the eyes of the law and can potentially impact how spousal support is determined in cases of abuse. To sum it up, long-term spousal support in California is determined by a variety of factors, including the length of the marriage, the parties' incomes, their standard of living, and their ability to pay. Recent news stories have shed light on how these factors play out in real-life situations and have highlighted the ongoing evolution of laws related to spousal support. Remember, every case is unique, and these guidelines are just that, guidelines. If you find yourself in a situation where you're dealing with these issues, it's always best to seek legal advice. Thanks for joining us today. We hope this has provided some clarity on how long-term spousal support is determined in California.